Hello, welcome to Kent Beer Reviews. Right, this is the third review for my Cloudwater kind of week. Well, 5 days. I'm doing 5 like weekdays, Monday to Friday. So this is the Wednesday, the third one, and they're pretty special beers. They're very, very sought after. Right, here we go. It's going to be a long review because it's 2 beers from Cloudwater. This is a double IPA version 4, coming at 9%. And this is their double IPA version 5, also coming at 9%. It's actually the same beer pre-hopping. So as you know, Cloudwater out of Manchester, Piccadilly. Is it Piccadilly? Trading estate. I've never been there. I'd love to go. This was bottled on the 28th of... I didn't see that. It's the same day. I did check. Yeah. Well, no, it's not the same day. One was bottled on the 27th of June. One was bottled on the 28th of June. So, let's crack it open, and there's a lot of information on why certain beers are, or these 2 beers are different. You know their bottle caps by now. I've been doing a lot of them. A bit of smoke on the opening. Yeah, basically the difference between these 2 beers is, well, it's a thing with Cloudwater. They're going into biotransformation, and basically all that is when the hops are added during fermentation. The version 4 was added before fermentation, and version 5 after fermentation. So they're trying to find out which works and which doesn't work. So Cloudwater have been very clever. They put it out there, very limited batch. I think it's less than half of the version 3. Yeah, it's a lot hazier. I've had these beers before. You may have seen the review. I had it on keg at the bottle shop in Bermondsey in London several weeks ago. That's a lot hazier than what I can remember. Whether it's the glass, they do them classic kind of glasses you get in Brewdog and Mother Kelly's and the bottle shops. But yeah, this seems very, very cloudy, what I can remember. Right, this is the version 5. Same bottle cap. Bit of smoke there. Another glass, exactly the same glass. Much kind of cloudier. Kind of Cloudwater, really. So fingerhead. So yeah, there's the version 5 and there's the version 4. There is quite a difference there, and that is all through when they've added the hops. This was before and this is after. The idea is the yeast eats up all of these kind of compounds from the hops in version 4. So let me just go through this is in both beers. They're both 9%. It's the same beer, and then just it's all to do. It's been split up into 2 groups, and then the hops added before and after to make it a bit more simpler. This has been dry hopped, and we go to version 4. Dry hopped during fermentation to enable biotransformation, the transformation of hop aroma compounds by yeast. How does it compare to version 5? That's what it says on the 4. And then vice versa. Exactly the same. So they want you to compare. Sorry, it's going to be a long video. So As I said, both ABVs are 9%. The Brewing hops are Pilgrim Alpha CO2 Extract. The Aroma hops are Citra, Amarillo, Simcoe and Mosaic. They're both 330ml bottles. The yeast is WLP095. I have no idea what that is. They had this spell of using Vermont ale yeast from America. Whether it's that or not, I don't know. And the malts are Golden Promise and dextrose monohydrate. Allergens are gluten, wheat and barley. So, right, that's cleared up all that. Let's get an aroma then. And that's gone very clear. That's how I kind of remember it. It's settled down quite well. There's a little bit of carbonation running through the middle of the glass. You can just about see it. Get an aroma. It's got a nice citrus edge. Very, that just like, wow. I can't remember much about the Bermondsey day. It's very difficult when you're reviewing in public. Certainly to me, although I still do it. It's not as quiet as what I want it to be always. I'm always thinking someone's going to ruin the video and, alright, what are you doing? You know, all that kind of thing. I had it last week at the Kent Beer Festival. I had to do a beer review about 2 or 3 times just for one beer because you get these idiots sometimes, which is fine. I'm glad it wasn't a bottle. I would have been, you know what it's like. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, it's a lovely citrus edge, grapefruit, slight piney, pine resin. Very kind of luscious, you know, that kind of aroma of them hops give. It reminds me very much of like a West Coast style IPA. Nice. Let's get an aroma on the version 5, the cloudy one. This is when it's been hopped after fermentation. Oh, I don't know for why, but it's coming across a lot. There's a little bit more kind of, you'd think that the ABV in this beer, although the same ABVs in both beers, was a little bit higher. It's got more of a, if this makes sense, like a thicker smell to the beer. Again, citrusy. It's kind of a dankness to the beer as well. It's definitely got that kind of cat pee aroma. Don't get me wrong, cat pee is proper disgusting, but if you get it in a beer, it's really good. It's definitely got that dank cat pee aroma. Almost kind of to the point where there's a slight marijuana kind of aroma to the beer. I've walked past a few people that have smoking it, so that's how I know. Yeah. Right, let's go for a taste on the version 4. Oh. Very smooth. It's got quite a bit of finish to the beer. Sharp citrus edge, mango, grapefruit, slight pine. There's definitely a pine edge on the back of the palate. I can't believe, as I may have said on the keg review, I cannot believe that these beers are at 9%. It's ridiculous. Or this beer anyway, the version 4. Nice mouthfeel. It's quite a bitter edge to the beer. That's one of the things. Cloudwater are an amazing brewery. This is an amazing beer. It was an amazing beer on keg. The only thing I'd love them to do is just for us, the beer connoisseurs or beer geeks, Just give us the IBUs. You've got everything else on the back. It's fantastic. Just I'm really interested in the IBUs. Just to, you know, if I was having a guess at the IBUs of this beer, it would probably be in the upper 70s, I'd say. Mid to upper 70s, for a guess. Be nice to find out. So if you know, let us know. Great beer, very smooth. Nice sharpness, citriness, that pine edge at the back, a bit of bitterness at the back end as well. Kind of a sweet up front. Lovely beer. Right, let's go for the version 5. Oh, that smells like quite. It smells thicker, if that makes sense. Oh, it just. That was the first mouthful. Let me have a couple more sips. Oh, that's really kind of. It almost tastes bolder. Whether that's to do. I mean, this is the new craze at the moment. Certainly the last few years. A cloudy double IPA. I mean, you've got these breweries in America, Treehouse and the Russian River, that kind of thing, and they're going into these real cloudy IPAs. That they're going away from what people or new craft beer drinkers want to see as a clear beer. They're going for it. They're not filtering the beer. They're leaving as much flavour in their beers as they can. Cloudwater have obviously done a lot of travelling to America, and they caught on, and they're doing the same. But this beer is bitter grapefruit, citriness, pine, mango, pineapple. There's a dankness there. It's just spot on beer. Out of the versions, I've done all 5 versions now. This is on a par for me for version 3 out of the other 3 versions before. Let me just go back to the version 4. Yeah, it's there. It's on the same level. You can taste that. For me, version 5. As on the keg review. It's there. It's definitely there. Them yeast compounds haven't got to the hops like it has on the version 4, which is before fermentation. Right. So then, for a rating on the version 4, it's still flipping good though. They're both world class. If they'd separated these versions and I said, right, this has come out this month and that's come out the next month, they would probably be both 10 beers. But now I've got them side by side for 2 different versions, a 4 and a 5 at the same time, which is obviously it's never happened. They've not been going long. Just before Christmas, they come out with the version, the double IPA. So we're into July. This is the 5th version now, 4 and 5, and then the 6th version will probably be as a result of these 2 beers, what people think, or a mixture of the 2. Which is what I'm going to do in a minute. Right, I'm rambling. If you're still with me, thank you very much. I know this is a long review. giving that a 9.5. I think I gave it a 9.5 on keg. It's about the same for the version 4. The version 5, yeah, it's got more of a fuller mouthfeel. It's got everything you'd expect from a double IPA. 5 is a 10. Version 5 is a 10 out of 10. Version 4 is a 9.5. Right, I've got another glass. I'll do a blend. I don't really want to, so I've heard what other people have said about doing blends, and I don't really want to waste a good beer. It's more of the version 5. So I'm going to do, let me just pour the rest of these beers into their respective glasses. In fact, I could do a blend from here. Let's have a look. Right, so we're going that much, version 4. We'll go half of that for version 5. So we're doing a 40-60 split. So we're doing a 40 for the version, or 60 for the version 4 and a 40 for the version 5 in this blend. I didn't get to do this before, so the aroma is very kind of similar. You've got both qualities of the beer, as you would expect. That piney edge, that citrusy edge, grapefruit, kind of melon, pineapple. Right, let's give it a try for the blend. Cheers. It's a little bit mellower from the version 5. That's very good though. You're picking up both qualities of both beers. It's not quite as, I think the version 5 is a little bit more bitter than the version 4. Doing a blend like that, a 60-40 split in favour of the version 4. I think the 40% is lending more to the version 4, but it's not as bitter, or not overpowering, but you know what I mean, it's not a big bold as the version 5 is on its own. All 3 versions fantastic. They just don't do bad beers. That's why I'm doing this 5-day straight Cloudwater thing. If I was rating this, which I am, as I say, I'm doing the 60% of version 4 and 40% of version 5. This is still a 10 out of 10. There's not much between this and the version 4 on its own. That 5 gives it a little bit more. So it's a 10, a 9.5 for the version 4, a 10 for the version 5, and a 10 for the 60-40 blend in favour of version 4. If you're still here, thank you very much. It's probably my longest review since I've been reviewing, but I kind of wanted to do it. So check out Rob Derbyshire, HopZine. He's done a video shorter than mine and probably explains it better than I do, of both beers and the blend. And also check out the Beer O'Clock Show's podcast. I'll put the links below. Also check out Real Ale Craft Beer's review of this beer. He's got some interesting things to say about this beer and the brewery. I'll leave it there. Cheers for watching. Thank you very much. It's been nearly a 20-minute video, and I don't like doing videos like for this long, but these beers kind of deserve that airtime. So let me know what you think. If you've had these beers, your blends, the 4 or 5, what's your best? What do you think about them? Be great to find out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.